What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? Man, it's me, your big partner, Cartoon 5-3. Man, I'm back again. Story time, yeah. Have I been missing? Yeah. Caught up in a lot of other stuff I got going on. But hey, I know what side of the bread my butter go on, and that's my stories. Man, look, check this out. I know I told y'all about how I got really upset with the shenanigans that was going on the plane with the little girl crying and the mother not disciplining her the way I felt she should have. I felt she should have. You know what I'm saying? But different races, different culture, different things go on. Black folks didn't play that. Now, over the years, over the last 20 years, black mothers done got watered down, y'all. They got watered down, man. They adopting the ways of other people, all this so stuff. You can't hit him. You can't man, bump all that. Man, I ain't with it, y'all. I ain't with it, y'all. What the comedian said, or one of the comedians, man, I F a kid up. What the comedian said, I forget how he said it, but anyway, raising kids, man, that's some discipline right there. Now I'm gonna tell y'all a story about my auntie, man. Now, look, before I even get to this story, y'all gonna trip out, man. I trip out when nowadays you be in stores and you see. Now, let me show you something. The three main things you got blacks, you got whites, you got Mexicans, Hispanics, and you got Asians. Boom. Now, the blacks, we gonna sit them blacks over here for a minute. The Mexicans and the whites and the Asians, they a little bit different when it come to raising their kids. They don't raise their kids how black folks raise their kids. That's just a simple fact. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no disrespect nobody, but that is the simple fact. White, Mexican, and Asian kids get away with a whole lot more than what blacks kids get away with. And it'll make you wonder, like, well, dang, why so many blacks are incarcerated, man? Hey, just hard-headed. In my day and age, now, I'm not going to speak on in this day and age. I ain't finna speak on in this day and age. Because this day and age is shot. Everybody messed up, seem like. But black folks still kind of put the hammer down on them kids. They ain't not going for that mess, man. But back during my time, back during the all through the 1960s and the 1970s, when I was a child growing up, when a black mama said something, man, you was gonna listen. You was gonna, cause you knew you had rules. When you pull up to a store, man, you wasn't back then. You wasn't finna see no black kids falling out on the floor, kicking, screaming, hollering, picking up stuff, running off with stuff, telling their mama no, stomping their feet, having fits, tantrums. No. Black woman didn't play that, period. They wasn't going for spirit. They wasn't gonna do it, y'all. Man, Lil Jamal would have got towed up in the middle of the floor. Because like mama used to say back then, where you act the fool at is where I'm gonna tear your ass up at. Straight up. Ain't no wait till you get home, wait till you get to the car, none of that. You act up on the floor, you getting towed out the frame on the floor. And you got the speech. We all got the speech. Us as black kids, we got the speech, man. We pulled up to them stores. Man, mama look over at you and look in the back seat. Don't ask for nothing. Don't touch nothing. And don't expect nothing. Y'all understand me? Yeah, mama. Yeah, we knew. Yeah. And get in there, and did we go in there sometimes and act a fool? Every now and then. But we got to our frame. Now, versus Becky. Becky go in there, little Bobby, little Tommy, little Chad, little Brett, whatever you want to call him, Little Hunter and all them old little names. He finna run around that store, pick up everything, touch everything, do whatever he want to, and then when the mama tell him, put it back, don't you touch that, Tommy. Put it down, Bobby. Man, the little kid gonna stomp his foot and look at his mama like, you heifer, don't tell me nothing. I want this. And mean it. And Becky gonna buy it. Moving right along. Maria or Martha up in the store with little Hector, little Jorge. Put that down, mijo. Put it down. Man, little Hector or little Jorge, whatever name he got at the time, gonna look at that woman like, man, you ain't talking about nothing, man. And keep going. Come here, Hector. Come here, Jorge. Bring it back. Now, one of the reasons it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard for her to go get Hector or little Jorge running down the aisle, cause she got Maria, Lupe, Victor, and whoever else right here with her. She got to watch them. She can't go run and get Hector or Jorge. So they doing what they want to do, moving right along. You got Kim, look, Kim Soon. Man, come on, normally they know how to act, but every now and then they'll get beside themselves too. You know what I'm saying? Look, Kim Soon telling my bad, looking at. But anyway, yeah, look, Kim Soon, she done told little Luhan, stop, put it down, put it back, don't. Now, of course, I'm just guessing that's what she's saying, and I don't know what they be saying. And little Kim Jong gonna look back at her like, I got this calculator, I'm keeping it, I got math to do. Little boy, you ain't number 4. You worried about doing some math, you ain't number 4. You know? And then here come Big Mama. Big Mama. She ain't worried about nothing. She belling down the hallway with that wig thrown sideways, with that big old giant moo dress on with the stains at the bottom. She got them fuzzy flip-flops on. And Jamal is right behind her with that basket. Now you gonna know if something go wrong if Jamal mess around and hit Big Mama heel with that basket. Boy, boy, I know how that happened. I know what happened when that happened. Man, I done got my eyebrow put both of them put on one side of my head a couple of times, running Mama heel over with that basket, because my big stoop behind sitting there, I want to go down the aisle and look at potato chips and cookies, and I don't even notice Mama done stopped, and wham! Whoa! Man, you run a black woman heel over one of them baskets. You know. It's just a different world, man. We was raised a little different, man. Our mamas was a little bit different with us. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm now I done said all that to lead up to this story that happened one time, man. Y'all check this out. Me and my cousin Craig, we kind of grew up with each other. He was 1 year older than me. And his mama had a habit of getting caught up in whatever she getting caught up with. And they would come always stay with us. I mean, several different times they had to come stay with us. Now it was him and, his brothers and stuff. But now, my mama, they sisters. So boom, we live together. And it's all cool because now I got people to play with because I was the only boy. So anyway, my auntie, my favorite auntie, I told y'all about my favorite auntie, Aunt Martha. Aunt Martha, she was into the Bible forever. Now, I've told y'all probably missed them. You got to go back in the catalog and y'all got to check out them stories. I told y'all a lot of stories about my auntie Martha. This was my cousin Walter, the one who influenced me to be a Crip, the one who I idolized. This was his mother. She is heavily vested into the Bible. My whole life that I can remember, I've never remembered her doing nothing else but the word. She was into it before I was born. But now she stayed in Compton. Her and my cousin, they was from Compton. Back then at this time, Compton was looked at different from how it's looked at nowadays. Nowadays, everybody has their own entity. South Central want to be South Central. Watts want to be Watts. Compton want to be Compton. Gardena, Inglewood. All these places want their own identity. But in the 60s and 70s, it wasn't like that, man. Back then, you could tell somebody you was from Compton. If you told somebody off the west side of LA you was from Compton, where you from? I'm from Compton. The first thing hit their mind, oh, okay, they just off the east side. Compton was considered the east side. Compton and Watts and the east side of South Central, all that was considered the same thing back then. The east side, years later, NWA popped up. They got that identity and never looked back. But anyway, it's all good. Everything was good. Everybody, was doing their thing back then. But look, my auntie, she had a habit of scooping me and my cousin Craig up. Come on. Now, I knew, like I say, I grew up in the 60s, in the 1960s. So I knew, man, my auntie, she would give us the speech. And the speech, she wasn't finna repeat it. What she said, she meant. And that was that. She would let us know, go in the store, don't touch it. Don't look at it. Don't ask for it. You're not getting it. And she meant that. My auntie Martha was very, very strict. Very strict. One day, like I say, when she scooped me and my cousin Craig up, we going with her. She had some friends in Compton. At this time, my auntie stayed in today what's known as Spooktown, in Spooktown Hood. So she had a lot of friends and stuff over there. And me and my cousin would always go over to her house. That was my favorite auntie. So boom, we over there one night. And we driving. It's me, my cousin Craig, and my Aunt Martha. We going to one of her friends' house. So now as we going, she tell me and Craig, she say, look, let me tell y'all something. When we get over here, don't act a fool. Huh? Don't act a fool. So now one of the things that crossed my mind at that time was, a lot of times when you go to other people's house, they gonna always go ask you, baby, you hungry? Y'all want something to eat? Now, we already knew. My auntie already know. You better not say yeah. I don't care if your stomach touching your back. Man, you better not say yeah. You better not say yeah. Embarrassing her like she ain't feeding us. None of that. Get somewhere and sit down. You not finna go over nobody's house. We wasn't finna jump, flip, flop, flam, flume. No type of shenanigans. You not finna run through them people's house. You not finna jump up and down in their furniture. You not finna run around. None of that. Now, if your folks told you, hey, go outside, then you go outside and you can do all of that. But in that house, boy, sit down. Man, you finna get you a seat and you will sit down. Man, I got some partners' kids today. I'm like, no. I don't even want them over here. They cuts up, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about today. A lot of people think you supposed to put up with their kids the way they put up with them. No. That's BS. That's some bull. No. You put up with your kids. Those are your kids. Let them jump around, tear your house up. You can't bring them over to my house, or you can't bring them to other people's house and expect for them to accept the shenanigans your kids are doing the way you subject them. No, no, it's not gonna happen. No. So anyway, my auntie give us the rules. She say, now look, we get over here. I forget the lady name was Miss something. She say, but now Miss something, she got her son there. She say, y'all bet not make a sound. Y'all bet not do anything. So we like, all right. But now me, being a little bit more intelligent than my cousin with his scary behind, I'm thinking, like, what she mean? Don't say nothing. Don't do nothing. We going over her friend's house and her friend's son gonna be there. And that's that. At least that's, I'm thinking in my mind, why would she have to give us the speech when we know, go in this house, wherever she point to sit down, be quiet, don't speak, don't try to get no grown folks conversation, none of that. Because if the conversation get too grown, my auntie gonna tell us, y'all go outside and play. But other than that, sit there, shut up. Don't interject nothing, don't answer nothing, don't do spit, but stay in a child's place. So boom. But now, we should have got a little warning. Y'all. We should have had a little warning for this one. This right here kind of caught me off guard. It got past my defenses. It got past the fear I had of my auntie. Yeah, it got past it, man. It got past it, all the way past it. Cause man, when we walked up in there, man, I'm gonna give it to you from the beginning. I'm gonna tell you like it T.I. is, y'all. Man, we pulled up in that ugly gray station wagon my auntie had. At the time, I couldn't have been no more. I might have been about 7, and my cousin might have been about 8. Or I might have been about 8, and my cousin might have been about 9. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? I was between 8 and 9, something like that. So anyway, we pull up, we get out the car. Exactly what street we on, I don't know. We walk in the house. Now, my auntie walking in first. My auntie was a big woman, y'all. Big woman, big old fat woman. She was fat all her life. I'm talking about big. She kept a big old Bible with her wherever she went. She kept that turban on her head, cocked H-deuce. And she had a Bible, man. She had a Bible on her, man, big as that TV back there. She used to, man, boy, look at it. She used to tote it like right guard deodorant. Kept it tucked. Boom. I'm walking behind her. Now, of course, at this time, like I say, my auntie was so big, I'm walking behind her. You can't see nothing. If somebody's in front of her, they can't see us. Whoever in front of them, I'm in the back, you not going to see them till big Auntie Martha get out the way. So look, man. Man, my auntie walked in first. I walked in behind her. My cousin Craig was behind me. Even though he was 1 year older than me, I was always bigger than him. Big kid growing up, y'all, So look, when we got in, my auntie posted up and she hit that side move so that my vision could see nothing but the chair that she wanted me to sit in, or she wanted me and my cousin to sit in. Man, partner, look here. When she moved sideways, she went like that with her finger. That means get in that chair and don't move. Man, listen, y'all. This where the problem started. This where the rubber met the road at. What? Man, when I walked from in back of my auntie head to that chair, I looked again, and I sure enough looked. The lady house that we was going over, her son was there. Now, when my auntie gave me and my cousins all these parental discretion stickers on our mouth, I'm thinking she just wanted us, because we had never been over here before. I'm thinking she want us to sit down, be quiet, like as usual. Don't ask for nothing to eat. Boom. Barely ask because you use the bathroom. But partner, that wasn't what it was. She could have gave me more warning than what she gave me, y'all. Partner, look here, y'all. Look here, Foundation. When I stepped from the back of her to go sit in that chair, I looked, and what I seen, it was hard for my little young mind to process this. I wasn't as worldly then, y'all, as I am now. I had not seen as much then as I seen now. So, I was easily startled. Y'all. I'm a young kid, man. Come on now, work with me. I'm a young kid. So, man, when I walked from the back of my auntie and I looked, oh my God. Man, this lady, son, was standing by the kitchen opening, going into the kitchen. He had to be in every bit of this tall. Uh, uh man, he was short. He was little. I was small. I wasn't that tall. I wasn't tall. I didn't start getting tall till years later. But I was short. My cousin was short. But this what happened? This voodoo doll that just popped up out of nowhere was shorter than us. Man, this dude was little. He was a man. Listen, he was short, had little itty bitty arms, had big old feet. Man, the boy feet. Man, it's like, man, look, hold up, y'all. He looked like he had some 13s or 14s on the body of a 4-year-old. His head was so big. His head was so big, he was leaned back up against the counter, and it's like he had his head leaning on the counter. Leaning on the counter. He had 4 big old giant teeth that was sticking out the front of his mouth, and his hands was doing this, and his eyes was this big. I didn't know what I screamed, man, what? My auntie like, boy, what's wrong with you? I'm like, what is that? Man, at 6 years old, I had to, man, look, hey, you can't just spring that on me and expect for me not to say nothing. I'm like, oh, man, what is that? My auntie went off. Boy, my auntie got mad. You better sit your little butt. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. Man, I went to bed. You don't have to tell me to sit down. What you have to tell me to do is come back in the house, because everything in me said, get up out of here. We are in a menagerie. I have stepped into the Twilight Zone, and I ain't never even heard of the Twilight Zone. That's not human. I don't care what you say. I ain't never seen nothing on TV look like that. I collected comic books. I've never seen nothing in the comic book look like that. And then you just bring my 7, 8-year-old behind up in here and spring Quasimodo Jr. on me like that? Come on, y'all. Predator ain't even came out yet. Man, I looked. I was scared. I was like, oh. My auntie said, boy, you better stop. Man, he's sitting over there leaned to the side with some spit coming out of his mouth. Talking about, what? Man, hold up, y'all. I started to turn into one of the X-Men and just teleport right then and there. I was going to leave my cousin. I was going to leave my auntie. I was finna leave everybody. All I knew was I was going to blink like Bewitched. Ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a, and get my big stupid butt back to my mama house. Because listen, man. He had the nerve to be high yellow. He didn't have no hair around nowhere. He had one little tuft of hair at the top of his head. What that was about, y'all, I don't know. Man, that man nose, hold on. One of his nostrils was big enough for me to put 2 fingers in. I didn't even know what a nostril was back then. I didn't even know, come on, they even made noses like that at the time. And then my auntie gonna grab me by the shirt. My cousin Craig with his scary behind, he just sitting there looking. I'm scary, but I know how to run. Man, my auntie gonna grab, boy, you better stop that. What's wrong with you? You better not say that. You better not say nothing about that. Man, look, woman, you ain't even speaking English to me right now. What are you holding me for? I'm trying to go back to the car. Are you finna feed me to him? Are you finna give me to him? What is it? Look at his teeth. Man, what? Come on, huh? He gonna bite me. I'm scared. I've never seen nobody like that, man. You just can't do that. Man, he sitting over there, had a shirt that was so small, his whole little belly looked like one of them little kids back in the 1970s. In the pictures, they show us an African, the Ethiopians with the extended bellies, with some little bitty legs and some big old size feet, some 13, 14 size feet. And I didn't even know what no 13, 14 was then. I just, in later years, I can look at my big old feet and tell that's what he had. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what. Did he act like he want to play? His mama gonna kind of usher him into the room. Man, I'm looking like this. My eyes big as Volkswagen lights. I'm trying to get my auntie talk about, boy, sit down. Man, I'm not sitting on nothing. I'm finna get in back of you because big as you are, you gonna protect me because you done brought me up into the twilight zone and you sit here want me to play with Hellraiser's nephew. I'm not doing it. No. I'm not. I want to go. Take me home. I'm finna start crying because he coming this way and I'm trying to pull back. And my auntie like, boy, come here, stop acting like that. Stop acting like that. You need to be running too. What is that? Man, listen, y'all. Make a long story short, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. The closer he got, the holler, the louder I holler. Ah! My auntie like, what? Go get in the car. Man, look, before she could even say it good, I floated. Man, look, I looked at it like something off that wolf movie Twilight. I turned into a wolf and took off. Got back in the car. Man, my auntie, when she finally came, boy, she was mad. Ooh, my auntie was mad at me. Boy, she was mad. You shouldn't have acted like that. I'm just looking at her. Let me tell y'all something. In my young mind, I don't care what she said. I don't care what my mama would have said. My sisters, brothers, cousins, whatever. What anybody would have said. I have a right to be afraid when you take me and introduce me to people that have been injected with alien DNA. I don't know. I'm not good with that. I'm no. Listen, man. Where he is today, I don't know. I don't even care. When I got out of there, I never went back. I was pretty skeptical about ever going to my auntie's house again. Cause I felt if I go there, she was gonna take me over Chopper's house. That's what I call it, Chopper. No, not gonna happen. I told my mama. But needless to say, I never went over there again. My auntie stayed mad at me for a little while, but she had to understand. She had to understand, man. But that's one of them things. That's one of them things, man. Hey, out of all the discipline and fear in the world that I had of grown folks was not finna make me sit there and play marbles or patty cake with alligator boy. I wasn't finna do it. Nope. Not gonna do it. So anyway, man, tell the people you love them. Cause I'm out of here. Peace. And I represent the gangsters, the Avalon gangsters. I'm out.
When I fall, then you pop. Don't nobody drop. You better bring it to the block. Then fuck the cops. You better squeeze until it's empty. I put that on 50. She's with it. Are you with me? 8 gang, swing gang, what it looks at. 5 tray, yeah, third that. 4 8, 8 8, 11 6. So when you slide down the 8, you're getting clapped at. Heads up until my days up. Say